Let's bring in Valdez and Associates Principal Attorney Esther Valdez-Clayton and Shadow Warriors Project founder, former U.S. Marine Mark Geist. Thank you both for coming on. Esther, to you first. Mike just read it. I want to read it again because I think it's important. This is the notice that was on her door. It says, attention, if any attorney, witness coordinator, or other court official knows or believes that a person feels unsafe coming to the courthouse to courtroom 615, please notify the branch 31 clerk to request court appearance via Zoom. Sounds like she, even before allegedly, kind of helped this illegal immigrant sneak out the back, she was advising illegal immigrants to steer clear.
Yes, absolutely. This may be a piece of key evidence in her obstruction case where she is advising defense counsel saying, if I know that ICE officials are waiting for the defendant, even though he had 3 counts of domestic violence charged against him, like Flores had been previously deported, where ICE officials were waiting for him outside the door and the victims were waiting for their due process in court, I will help you and I will assist you. And if you want, you can even have it via Zoom. That way you don't have an appearance in court and you avoid any kind of due process for the victims.
Yeah. Meantime, the Wisconsin judge had, clearly had some people who were backing her. And Tom Homan was talking about the judge, and he had this to say, and I'll get your take on this, Mark.
But when you cross that line, I've said this 1,000 times, when you cross that line to impediment or knowingly harboring, concealing an illegal alien from ICE, you will be prosecuted, judge or not.
Because the judge knew what she was doing. I mean, she's a judge. She knows the law.
She abused her power to
I'm sorry. This is for Mark. Esther, I'm sorry. You're the next one. Sorry, Mark.
Yeah, I mean, we've heard it for 4 years. No one is above the law. And now they want the judges to be above the law. No one is above the law. That's what Tom Homan says. That's what the president wants. And that's what we as the American people that elected him want. We want those that are held accountable, that to break the laws of this country, they need to be held accountable.
Yeah, we've talked about this, Esther, a few times. I mean, we kind of been down there. The border. You're close to it. Caroline Levitt said this on the number of border decrease crossings. It's kind of unbelievable, but here's what she had to say.
Between President Trump's inauguration and April 1 of this month, only 9 illegal aliens were released into the United States, a staggering 99.99% decrease from the more than 184,000 illegal aliens who were released into the country under Biden during the same period last year.
I mean, for all intents and purposes, Esther, he shut the border down. There are a few trickling here and there. He has shut this border down.
The deterrence actions are working, not just in the arrests of the judges, but also in the operations that are happening in Florida, also the arrests that are happening at nightclubs in Colorado, all sanctuary jurisdictions where undocumented immigrants are evading the laws. But not only that, but the numbers speak for themselves. This is what Americans wanted. And now the Trump administration can focus on enforcement and removal operations in the interior of the United States for the 1.7 million undocumented immigrants that have deportation orders and the 700,000 undocumented immigrants with known criminal convictions and or arrests.
I want to play some sound now from the head of the DEA Rocky Mountains. This is Jonathan Pullen. He's talking about this nightclub arrest. Mark, this is where they was frequented by a number of MS-13 gang members as well as Tren de Aragua people. And he said this about the bust.
We had over 100 illegal aliens inside as well, and those over 100 illegal aliens were taken into custody by ICE. In our investigation, we have noticed TDA, MS-13, and I believe Hell's Angels in this club.
And it's kind of Colorado, it just seems like is becoming this hotbed for illegal immigrants. It's not a sanctuary state, but it does have a number of sanctuary policies that seem to be not exactly helping, Mark.
No, they're not. And, even Governor Polis, he came out and made a statement regarding the arrest on Sunday and failed to mention this by name on the illegals. He just said, yeah, we need to keep Colorado safe. He is backpedaling on that. He is not stepping up and doing what he should as a leader and not condemning the violence that these people are bringing to our cities across the country.
Yeah. Mark Geist, Esther Valdez-Clayton, thank you both. Well, breaking tonight, the Trump administration announcing the arrest of